Cue the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another successful triumphant edition of Student of the Game. Your Miami Hurricanes won 53-31 off an offensive explosion in the second half. But over to the film, shall we? And this is more for pay attention to the formation because it's going to show up later. It's a 4-by-1 look by the University of Miami, a diamond formation, empty set for the quarterback. He's got to identify. And one of the things that it does, obviously it's garnering a lot of attention from the Duke defenders. 4 meeting 4, single high safety. But you're bringing the linebacker with you, so you create a huge slant window at the top of the screen. And that's exactly what Cam Ward's going to do here on this. And I really like the route because when he takes the inside leverage, right, again, huge one-on-one slant window here. Miami astutely is going to take it. But you drive down further, keeping that separation. That is what's doing it. The formation is creating that separation. But it's a good job driving this more downhill because you're afforded that when you have a Mike linebacker so far away. So like the formation, like what they're trying to set up here, this is a good route driving, keeping that separation, and you're already in field goal range. You wouldn't need it because the University of Miami would score a touchdown on that play. And again, that 4-by-1 diamond, I think it's going to show up later in the film. So I've already taken the time and liberty. 6.9 seconds. That's what the offensive line affords Cam Ward here on his first touchdown of the game. Pay attention. I think they know the drill. You know, Cam Ward, the ultimate gunslinger, the ultimate playmaker. He can extend, but you know what? They don't give up on the play. Just watch. Still hands engaging. We're going to go ahead and bury that defensive end. They're still looking for work, So kudos and tip of the cap to your offensive line, affording Cam Ward 6.9 seconds. Sure, Cam gets a lot of credit on that too. And Xavier Restrepo, he's taking an in-breaking route at first. He's driving. It's like a skinny post. And when it's not there, you have to go ahead and highlight and accentuate Xavier Restrepo's headiness because he's finding the back of the end zone right now, right? And he's coming to meet his quarterback. So he's in a good position here. Yeah, it gets tipped. But he's there because Xavier Restrepo, intelligent wide receiver, understands the scramble drill. And you know the drill. Bang. I was on the scout team this week, and when I watched Duke versus SMU, something kind of emerged on film, and that was Malik Murphy, offensive coordinator for Duke. They were going to take a lot of simple offense, especially to the field side or the wide side, okay? You're on this half. This thus becomes the short side, okay, boundary side, and this is your field side because it contains more field. And when your University of Miami have the prerogative, okay, and a lot of defensive coordinators do it too. It's not just Lance Guidry here, but on this side, it's a quicker throw. You tend to watch your depth a little bit more. You tend to kind of be a little bit more aggressive in terms of your pre-snap alignment. But you're going to see the cushion out here. You're going to see the DB1 over wide receiver 1 immediately go into the back pedal, and that's already too late. This is just pitch and catch. You might as well throw this on air. Duke would victimize University of Miami on this constantly, okay? And it was definitely something you saw on film. So what options do you have? Hey, I understand University of Miami's given up a lot of big plays, okay? Especially in the pass game over the top. Can you come here first and then back off? Sure. Can you go back and just – I think they need to engage in a little bit more eye candy because I can just tell you right now as a quarterback, that's just too easy. That's just way too easy. Too much space. I just love when I have access to these views, but the University of Miami are going to go ahead and attack Manny Diaz's tendency of being overly aggressive at times, and they're going to get one of their defenders in huge conflict on a post-snap RPO. This ultimately is going to be your conflict defender, and he has 100% of Cam Ward's attention. So post-snap RPO, and what does that mean? He's going to snap the ball, and he's going to read next. Okay, here comes the snap. And this is the RPO. He's got his eyes strictly there. Now, this DB had inside leverage. There's a DB outside having outside leverage, but Manny Diaz doing Manny Diaz things. He's overly aggressive, slanting in. He doesn't care about the gap integrity. You see the huge hole here. Okay, so why didn't you hand it off? Because this was the right call. Because you could see how wide open you are on that post-snap window. That is a good decision to pull the trigger, and now the University of Miami are on touchdown's doorstep. Great play there by Cam Ward. I like it. Hi, tight end you. 14 set personnel calling. You got your one running back, one tight end, two tight end, three tight end, four tight ends. And it's going to be a play action pass from your 14 set personnel. And moves like Jagger, your play action passes, your double moves, they're historically going to work against a Manny Diaz defense who tends to be a little aggressive. I know, we keep saying it. You think they're aggressive? Pay attention to their linebacking core. Ready? Here comes the play fake from under center. And yeah, they all took it. Cam Ward, one-on-one. It's already done. It's too late. Way to go ahead and deliver that ball. You know what time it is. Man, 4 tight ends on the field. Bang. Duke has a scout team too now. And for the second week in a row, the University of Miami is content with taking a Mike linebacker one-on-one in coverage with little to no safety help. Last week it was against Florida State. It was one-on-one with a tight end. Your Mike linebacker won that one. But this time, well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And Malik Murphy in some subtle shoulder warfare, we tell you how important that is, and it's relatively easy here. Single high safety, you know where the matchup is. He knows where he's going with the ball pre-snap. And it's 2nd and 17 on your end of the field. That's the matchup you want, and it's just too easy. So here you go. Murphy staring down the middle of the field, and then he just turns. And where's the safety on that? Okay, you're just putting your linebacker in harm's way when you do that, honestly. With little to no safety help, I would have done it too. I'm going to be honest. Not a lot to enjoy on this particular play. Duke comes out. They're going to score from a 3-by-1 bunch look. The University of Miami is in man coverage. Single high safety over here at the top. Now, there's a natural rub element to this. The way the play is going to go, they're going to take a 9 or a go route. They're going to run essentially a slant, and they're going to run a Z out, which is a double move. Now, here's the natural rub element. Now, okay, I've seen University of Miami victimized on offensive PI calls here. We're not going to get this call, so there's a natural pick element too, but I'm going to be honest, I think we just kind of ran ourselves on the play, and I wouldn't have called that either. So now you're back on the outside. Okay, now DB2 is trying to go ahead and hustle to get back out here. DB1's getting bodied downfield, can't get off that block. Good block by the wide receiver there by Duke, and they're going to score. So again, and then here's the thing. We're crashing downhill like this is going to be a slant. This is so far gone. I don't know. We just don't have that eraser this year to erase kind of like bad plays. Yeah. No me gusta. 2nd and 6. Just a lot of cushion. Sitting back on it. You might as well throw that on air. I get not wanting to be beat over the top, but you can't make it that easy. This is another one lost early on just due to alignment. 2 safeties way over the top, 3-on-1. And I know you're trying to go ahead and buzz off this, but you already lose this here. This is still 3-on-1. So, cushion. The Duke Blue Devils are going to score their 3rd touchdown of the first half. And at first glance, I was like, maybe we were a step slow from the Mike linebacker position. But on second glance, there was a reason, and there was a missed offensive PI call. Great play design here by Duke. They know exactly what they're doing. This is going to be the one-on-one matchup that they're looking for. Everything else is going to be in breaking, and they're going to just try to beat your Mike linebacker in space and with speed. But you can't do this, Duke. You can't come in here, take a guy, make a beeline right for him, and essentially go ahead, boom, chip him into the end zone. That's not allowed. And yes, we're a step slow, but now you know the reason why. Dookie, you got away with one. A for effort, though. I want to share something on film that I don't think I've ever shared before, and that's just kind of how my brain works. I am tasked for what I do for a living to solve complex problems. Okay? Never was a college coach. I'm just a big fan of watching film and have done so now for almost 10 years. So this is more like a hobby, and I have fun, but I do like to look at something and say, how can we improve upon that next time? Well, defensive linemen, they get taught, like, if you're allowed upfield too soon, too quick, be on alert for something, potentially a screen, and a lot of times you'll see those guys like rush up and then they kind of back away. Well, similar here, University of Miami are going to get caught. Duke's trying to score in the red zone, similar to how they did before. They're trying to isolate a particular linebacker in coverage while the basically field side is running in breaking routes to kind of clear up that side of the field. It's exactly what they do. But could you imagine with me right here? Okay, 2 guys upfield. Essentially, they're sharing the same role. And that would be the thing that maybe you clean up. Now, could you just imagine, hey, why am I being allowed upfield with my partner in crime here? If I look back in, oh, there it is. What is this? And you go ahead and meet this, and you're the aggressor, and you just blow up this, the play never gets off the ground. But again, coming downhill, trying to isolate that one matchup. You've done so now 3 times that I've caught on film. Maybe in the future you treat that kind of like a screen. You know, the NFL scouts are obviously going to see the University of Miami Hurricane record holder in terms of like receptions and yardage. But this is what's going to get the kid to the league. See him? See him? Hike. Springs the play. Mark Fletcher takes care of the rest. Not only is he your Miami Hurricane leading receiver, he's also a willing and able blocker. Now, on the flip side, Duke is not giving you that field side cushion that the University of Miami is doing, and it's going to be a highly contested catch. But my goodness, what a ball, and what even a better catch by Jacoby George here. Wins on that outside release, cornerback's right in his back pocket. Into the sun. What a catch. Great job. No defense for the perfect pitch and catch. All right, I'm going to highlight this play for 2 reasons, because it's highly dangerous. It's dangerous because Duke essentially almost catches you on a cornerback trap from the 1, and because your right tackle for your University of Miami Hurricanes, extremely dangerous on this play. Let's look at part 1 first. This is what I mean by the trap. Listen, they're not going to make it hard for you. There's Xavier Restrepo. This is cornerback 1 in press man. He has a responsibility. The ball's coming out. They just have a little better wherewithal there. So he's going to go ahead and trap this down, and it's dangerous. Look, it ends up still being a 2-for-1, even though you see a press man corner. Good ball, good arm confidence. Honestly, Cam Ward wins that because of his quick release. If he's a little bit more deliberate, if he doesn't have the arm confidence, that's probably getting picked. I'm being honest, okay? But we can go ahead and enjoy Xavier Restrepo's second touchdown of the game. Now, the other reason why this is dangerous, pay attention to your right tackle. Defensive end, right tackle. Okay? Enjoy. That's one way to keep his hands on the ground. When you play the game of chess, sometimes it's a strategic move to give up a pawn. You're just setting them up later for another move. Well, do you remember the first play that you saw in Student of the Game this week? It was this formation. It was a 4-by-1 diamond look empty. Do you remember where the safety was? Yeah, the safety was more in the middle of the field, and now he's cheated more over to where they were victimized on play number 1 from this formation, which was a slant. So 4 on 4, and here was the setup. Cam Ward snaps the ball, and he's just going to go ahead, fake that bubble screen, moves like Jagger, take that double move, and up the field we go. Chess. Bang. You know I watch every interception on this channel, so I have to. I just have one question. Tell me why. Tell me why. And this is going to be the Paul Baines blow the roof off clip of the week. Hey, I'm Paul. Give me a call. No, I'm Ro, but Paul Baines is the proud sponsor of the Orange Bowl Boys and of this clip. And you know what? On the scout team, when I watched Duke play SMU, Duke did this thing where the defensive back turned his back towards the quarterback to kind of bait him into thinking maybe he wasn't paying attention, and then just came back and broke down on the in-breaking route. Well, wouldn't you know it? It's exactly what he's trying to do here. Safety at the snap of the ball. Look what he does. Intentional. Just see how he turns his back? Just a little too soon, and now he's going ahead and snapping back around. But when he did that, he created a little bit too much space. Cam Ward with the quick release, it's quicker than what that DB saw last week, and Xavier Restrepo would split those 2 safeties. That's all he needed. And the rest? Well, the rest is just a gallop into the record books. Bang. And this is going to be the final clip of the evening. Now listen, I understand. In terms of 2 children, it seems like maybe we're favoriting maybe one child versus the other. Well, the offense is the number one unit in the nation, so it's kind of hard to ignore them. But let's highlight a defensive success for the last clip of the evening, shall we? A lot of young bucks I'm noticing right here on the defensive line. And at the end, they get their opportunity. And listen, we're winning some things outright. Here we go. It's a let's meet at the QB moment. One little hesitation by Malik Murphy, and that was murder she wrote. Gotta appreciate the future. I think we can clean up some things, but for the final time, I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. Stay safe, my friends, and as always, bang.